Hi, third graders, and welcome back to another Richmond Math lesson. My name is Mrs. Yeager, and today we're doing Day 4, SOL 3.4D. I can solve multiplication word problems vertically using a graphic organizer. But first, let's have our joke. Who comes to a picnic but is never invited? Give up. An ant. Oh, there went the sandwich. All right, the materials you're going to need today are paper or the practice set. And at the end of the practice set is a graphic organizer, or you could just draw it onto your paper, and a pencil. Let's get started. Our learning target again is I can solve multiplication word problems vertically using a graphic organizer. Well, that vertical means up and down. So let's go into the lesson and find out. Read along with me. Ellie and Brooke were having a jump rope contest. Ellie jumped 22 times and Brooke jumped twice as much as Ellie. How many times did Brooke jump? Now, can you picture that in your head? There's two girls jumping rope and one jumps longer than the other. Okay, so now let's draw a picture. Well, I certainly don't want to draw a picture of two girls jump roping because that would take too long. But I can put down, here's Ellie, and what do I know about her? She jumped 22 times. So I'm going to make a tape diagram and show her 22 jumps on there. But I know there's Brooke also, and Brooke jumps twice as much. What did we say that word twice meant? Two times as much, right? So I know that if Ellie jumped 22, Brooke jumps 2 22s because that would be twice as much. What multiplication sentence does this make you think about? Because we want to know how many times did Brooke jump. Did you say 2 groups of 22? Or you could have said 22 times 2. Very good. Well, let's solve it the way we did before using our place value. And we had 20 plus 2 times 2. And then I said 2 times 2 was 4. And 2 times 20 is 40. Good job. Now I just have to add 40 plus 4 would be 44. Okay, now you saw we did everything horizontally. But now let's look at our new graphic organizer. And we're going to put our numbers in so that it is vertically. And you notice for each box, I'm only allowed to put one number. So if I have the number 22, I'm going to write 22 because I want to keep my numbers in place value. Now I'm still multiplying it by 2. And let's see how this is a little different. So 2 times 2 is 4 again. Now I'm going to move down to the next line. And what would be 2 times 20? 40. Now I'm going to add 4 plus 0 is 4. And nothing plus 4 is 4. So now I have the answer to this. But what's my next step? Write. I need to write a sentence for this. So if they asked me, how many times did Brooke jump? What would be the sentence that you would write? I wrote, she jumped blank times, which I would say she jumped 44 times. Now, once again, write the sentence down and make sure you start with a capital letter and you end with a period. And you can pause me if I'm moving too fast. Let's go to the next problem. Read out loud as I read it. Bodie cut out 32 pentagons to make a soccer ball. How many sides did he cut out? Oh my goodness. I need to remember what a pentagon is. Do you remember? It looks like this. And how many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 sides. So, I know that to draw my picture, I would have, he's making lots of these pentagons, right? And I don't really want to do that many, so I'm just going to start off with these. So this one, he had to cut 5 sides, and this one, he had to cut out 5 sides, and this one, he cut out 5 sides. And I know he did it 32 times to get to the end. That's a lot. What number sentence, multiplication sentence, can I write for this? I could write 32 groups of 5 or 5 times 32. They're the same, right? So now let's solve it using our graphic organizer. So I put them in their place values. So here's 32 times 5. So now let's go. 5 times 2 is 10. I'm going to put that 10 there. Now I'm multiplying the tens place. So 5 times 3 is 15. Oh, but it's not a 3. It's a 30. So if 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 30 would be 150. Wonderful. Now let's add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 0 plus nothing is 1. Okay. So my answer is 160. But am I done yet? Nope. I still have to write a sentence. So if they said, how many sides did he cut out? What would you say? He cut blank sides, or we would put in the 160 sides. Make sure you write your sentence with a capital letter at the beginning and a period at the end. Wonderful. Let's move on. Read out loud with me. Brooklyn and her dad looked at boxes of fencing. The first box of fencing had 12 feet of fencing in it. The second box had 3 times as many feet in it. How much fencing was in the second box? Oh my goodness. So I can see mom or dad, or I've seen dad and Brooklyn at maybe Walmart or Lowe's or something like that, and they're looking at these boxes with things in it. Okay, so let's draw a picture. So here's the first box, and it has 12 feet in it. But the second box has 3 times as many. So that means I'm going to have one box of 12, another 12, and another 12, because that's 3 times more than what the first box had. So what multiplication sentence does it make you think of? You could say 3 groups of 12, or you might have said 12 times 3. Same thing. So now let's look at our graphic organizer. So I would have put my numbers in their place value, and I have 12, 1 10, 2 ones, times 3. So help me multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. Beautiful. Now, this is not 3 times 1, it's 3 times 10 is 30. Wonderful. So now we can add those numbers up. 6 plus 0 is 6, and 3 plus nothing is 3. Beautiful. So the question asked is, how much fencing was in the second box? Write your sentence down that you would have to answer their question. My sentence is, there was blank feet of fencing in the box. I might have put the second box, but I'm going to say 36 feet of fencing in the box, and make sure I begin with a capital letter and end with a period. Wonderful. Let's move on to the next one. Faith and Isla were putting together 38 bags of candy for a birthday party. They put 5 pieces of candy in each bag. How many pieces of candy did they use? Do you see what's happening in your head? There's 2 girls, and they're putting all these bags of candy and putting some candy in each bag. I always have to think about what I'm reading. So my next step is to draw a picture. So I think I'm going to draw some bags. And I know I don't want to draw up 38 bags because that would be so long. I'm just going to remind myself that there are 38 bags there. And I know in this bag there's 5, and 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 I could do it 38 times, but that would be too much. So what multiplication sentence does this make you think about? I could say 38 groups of 5, or I could say 5 times 38. Okay, now let's solve it using our graphic organizer. And I would say that 38, putting them in their place value, times 5. Let's start. 5 times 8 is what? 40. And I hope you're using this time at home to memorize those multiplication facts. Now, this is not 5 times 3, but 5 times 30 is 150. Now I need to add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 5 is 9. And 0 plus 1 is 1. Beautiful. There's my answer. But am I done? Nope. I need to write a sentence. So if they asked me, How many pieces of candy did they use? How would you answer them? They used 190 pieces of candy. Great. So today we have been solving multiplication word problems vertically using a graphic organizer. And like I said earlier, I hope you're using this time to memorize those multiplication facts, because when we get into these big numbers, we need to know those. But thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.